All right, so here we got a 60 horse pump. I'm going to show you guys how to tear it apart, disassemble it. I didn't see any great videos on how to do it, so I thought I'd throw one up. So here you see we got a 60 horse. It's a pretty good size pump. Let me get this so you guys can, I don't know if you can read that. Oh, it's upside down. Got a 60 horse pump. So I'm going to show you guys how to pull it apart. On a lot of pumps, what they do is they cut them down the side, but this pump's so thick, you're probably over 1/4 inch on the walls of this thing. And so we're going to be able to do that without cutting it apart. I can show you guys the pump over here. Like I said, this is all going to be scrapped. Yeah, you guys can see how big the rotor on this thing is. It's a big rotor. So as you can see how, since it's such a big motor, we can get the grinder in there. So we want to get the grinder as close to the bottom of the coils as we can. You'll see later why we do that. All right, I'll give you guys a closer look how that turned out. You guys can see how close I got. You're actually able to get pretty close up. You can see how much copper's in each one. They're like 1 inch long. They're big. You'll notice that I had quite a bit of trouble. Your blade likes to bind up since you can't quite get on it straight. So be careful of that. I have a pretty good sized grinder with a 7-inch wheel. There, you can see that ring. All right, and then you can see I've already got it started without you, but you got to set something on the back of your motor to keep it down, and then just get a big bar and see how I shoved it in there. So then you're just going to pry up on the back of the coils. The reason it was important to cut as close as you can't see it now that it's upside down, but where it swells out, that part's harder to pull up. So if you cut it close, it's a lot easier. And then just work your way around. You'll see how I do it. All right, hopefully you can see all that. See, we got a lot out. It's not doubled over anymore in the coil. See, I got some of it all the way out, so now I'm just going to finish pulling it out. Right here I was having a little bit of trouble. Maybe you can tell. I was trying to pull it out and it wasn't coming out very good towards the end. So I flipped it over and I was trying to hammer it out, but I found that just made it tighter. So just keep working it on the other side. If you're having trouble, just grab 1 or 2 strands at a time and just keep pulling 1 or 2 at a time until the whole thing will just come out. So just give it a little bit of patience and just keep tugging and eventually they'll all come out. But I found hammering it from the other side just made it tighter, at least for this size motor. All right, I don't think it took too long. I'll show you what it looks like. Yep, we got it all cleaned out. I'll do a weigh in and let you know how much it weighs. All right, so I ended up finishing. I gave it a weigh. It weighs 44.5 pounds, and it took about 1 hour and 20 minutes to pull out. I could probably do it faster after the second one. The trick was, if you couldn't pull it out of the winding of the stator, you have to grab the outside wires 1 or 2 strands at a time and then just keep working it until the whole piece comes out of the stator. So hope you found it useful.